Miyamoto Musashi was Japan's greatest swordsman, undefeated in 61 duels. Upon deciding he reached his peak, he decided to retire and understand the way in which he flourished. He was 50 when he realized the way, and upon the first signs of ill health, retired to a cave to write what he learned. He spent a few years writing what would become the Go-Rin no Sho, the Book of Five Rings. He gave the manuscript to one of his top students and died a few days later in a kneeled position with his hand on his sword. Over the course of history, and even in his own life, there were many exaggerations about Musashi. He was a feudal period celebrity, and so had the equivalent of tabloids written about his exploits. Even today, fake Miyamoto Musashi quotes are appropriated by self-help or business gurus in order to sell courses. However, Musashi's texts were never written for public consumption. They were written for his students who were familiar with his way and had trained with him over many years. They were written for people that he knew were practitioners. He even suggested at one point that they burn the Go-Rin no Sho. But in reading his work, one thing begins to stand out. At the end of the majority of the points made in the book, he reminds the reader of the importance of practice. Practice hard. Practice this again and again. Put more effort into practicing. Over 80% of the points he makes end with a reminder that it's useless to absorb the knowledge in the book without practicing. He can share what he knows about life through a career spent having one-on-one sword fights to the death, but without being a practitioner yourself, you won't understand the true meaning. Miyamoto Musashi was a practitioner, not an academic. If you want to know the way, whether through the teachings of Musashi or from any number of other ways, reading about it isn't enough. You have to get your hands dirty.